Do it. If she had anything valuable, does she need to get?
Here are the trick or treat hours
In her garage. Okay, no, good.
from last year.
Did you get the whole thing outside there, everything?
Yeah.
Couple trash truck loads.
Just the one.
Just one, really?
So she followed it.
We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Today's date is September the 3rd, 2025, and this is the Board of Public Works and Safety. If everybody could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. You may be seated. I do have one addition to the agenda. Under new business, if we could add, make a G, IV Tech lease. Yeah, let's put on the council agenda, and it needed to actually be on the Board of Works, so we're just going to transfer that from one to the other. So, item G, IV Tech lease. And if there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion approved with addition.
Motion made by Joe, is there a second? Second by Adam, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Moving on, presentations for minutes for approval, these are from your August 18th. Are there any changes or corrections to those minutes as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Adam, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Gerald, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes stand approved. Next item is comments of citizens. Are there any citizens that have any comments? Come up to the microphone, state your name and address for the minutes. Okay. Moving on to department head reports. We'll start first with Chris Tupin, wastewater.
Thanks, Mayor, Board. Out in the collection system, the last couple of weeks, we had 2 sinkhole repairs. One of them was down here at the stoplight on Mozart and Main, as it ended up being a combination sewer. It had a bad joint. Mortar was crumbling, so we just repaired it. The 600 block of 12th, that had a bad tap from the lateral of one of the houses, and its joint was crumbling as well. So got that fixed. Now we're just waiting on some patching. In the stormwater repair at 19th and Fulton, it had also a crumbled mortar joint. We did go ahead and add a manhole there. It was a perfect spot. We can hit 3 different directions. So that was a nice little spot for us to add some access that we didn't have. Down at the plant, Nathan finished his grease traps in August with no issues from any restaurant or bar or anything. For the flood wall, when Jim had Sam and Steve clearing off, or Steve was clearing off Sunset Park, we had our discharge pipe from Washington Street flood station. We went ahead and had him clear that out as well, because the Corps likes to see that accessible. So that's cleaned up and it looks really nice down there. That's all I have.
I don't know if you even know the answer, but on Mozart Street there off of 12th, there's a utility cut there. I don't know if that was
By
Storm.
Pates?
Yes.
Yeah.
Off the alley there. They need some more rock put in it. I noticed.
We have a plan to start patching as soon as we can get Sam and Steve, but yeah, we'll add some rock to it.
Yeah,
This one
just-
down here probably needs some too.
Had a pretty good drop off on that one
Yeah.
edge. It's just, I don't know, there might be enough out in the road to sweep and
Sweep
push back in it, to be honest.
We'll add a
but-
couple buckets and sweep it all back in, try to pack it down.
Okay. Do you have any estimated time on patching yet?
It was going to be this week, but it might be pushed to early next week.
Okay, well, it's kind of a shorter week anyway, so I understand. Okay. Board, any other questions for Chris? All right, thank you.
Yep.
All right, building and zoning, Steve Goodson.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. This report is for the month of August. We did issue 29 permits for the month. 10 of those were electrical for a value of $18,750. We did issue 2 commercial permits for a value of $80,000. 1 sign permit for $18,000. 12 miscellaneous for $256,239. We did issue 3 demo permits, and that coincides with the public hearing that we had last week or 10 days ago. 4 temporary license for a value of $120. So total work value for the month was $380,739. And we did collect $1,515 in fees. And moving on down to complaints, there were 0 grass postings for the month. The city did mow 7 yards. We did not have a trash bust in the month of August. We did issue 1 junk letter for the month and issued 2 green cards. So year-to-date, 60 complaints. We've issued 43 letters and 8 green cards.
Board, any questions for Steve? All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Moving on, Street and Trash Department, Jim Holmes.
Evening, Mayor and Board. Really don't have much. We got all the signs and posts in for the new school zones. Or, fix the old ones up anyhow, replace them. They're around the junior high school.
Okay.
So we'll get them up this next week. Other than that, I talked with the paving company on the weight limit for the alleys we talked about last meeting. And he said there's no way to judge what kind of weight limit could be put on them.
On an alley.
On the alleys, because there's no way of knowing how the base was put down. But he
Yeah.
suggested doing one a little bit.
Did you chain that off?
Did we? No, not yet. We've been waiting on locates and stuff like that. There's a big gas line runs through there. And I think we're going to handle it this week, and by the end of this week.
All right.
Yeah, it would be hard to tell, and some alleys may have a different base than others.
Yeah.
And more than likely, that's probably the case.
The people I talked to said that most municipalities they have ordinances that cover that type of thing, That's why I suggested like a 20-ton weight limit, because that would cover our trucks as far as going and collecting garbage, but
Yeah.
it'd keep the big ones out of them.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I'm still researching on that.
So is that something, as you research it, you want to work with the city attorney and, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks might be tough to get something by then, but maybe in October or November, we could have something to consider for adopting potentially.
Sure.
And taking care of it, if that works for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
just something, most of them, the damage is already done, but
Yeah, and the problem is if someone goes down it with a truck over 20 ton, find out who did it, they only go down it one time and it might be a challenge unless it's cameras or,
yeah.
Any other comments?
So we're gonna go ahead and close that then?
Yes, that one, we're gonna do a temporary closure on it,
Okay.
yeah. Just so they don't tear that end up.
I told one of the neighbors out there we were gonna do that. When them big triaxles come through there, they'll just tear
What
Yeah.
how the neighbor feel?
with his hands.
Fair enough.
Do that.
I know that. How did he feel about it?
He was okay with it. Got it.
God's always picking on me. All right. Any other questions or comments for Jim?
No, you have to have a little humor to make the meeting go.
I know. I do. It's good. I'll use that one. It's kind of a dad joke. All right. Moving on, building and zoning. My goodness. Steve Parker, Parks and Rec. Sorry.
Mayor, Board, not much to report, really. Still working down at Sunset Park. Just learned the rest of the parts came in for the pumps, so Louis will be on that, I'm sure, real soon. Doing work out at Shergan Center, replacing all the lights out there to LED.
Yeah, a lot of the lights in the gymnasium. We're going to replace those first, and then he's getting prices on the other ones, it's trying to make it a little more energy efficient. But those lights in the gymnasium, those bulbs are not a normal bulb, so they're pretty pricey.
You gonna run a GLG in there? Or scissors lift?
Yeah. County actually lent us their lift at no cost.
They fixed some ceiling
Pretty
tiles.
high.
Yeah, they fixed some ceiling tiles and replaced a few and that were damaged, we think, by soccer, or somehow ball got up that high and knocked a few out and broke some corners off, so that'll be fixed, and we're just doing some light routine maintenance and maybe some efficiency changes out there to make it, save a little money.
Yep.
Any more ball tournaments this year?
Not currently. We're getting ready to do the final walkthrough with Cash Wagner, Calvin, and Nathan, and the contractors to point out the fixes that need to be made to finalize everything and get everybody paid off. And then it'll be completed. And then we'll get back on the schedule of all these directors so we could start playing ball again.
Great.
You guys, is Parks and Rec looking at that lease, how you're gonna lease to those guys, or?
Yeah, my assistant, actually, she just typed up 2 different contracts. I told her to give the hard copies to Jeff Hagedorn so he could run through it
Yeah.
and make sure it looks good on his end.
At least we'll be in line with the others, because if we're
Yeah.
so far underpriced, then we're gonna be bombarded the whole season, because everybody looks for a cheap tournament, so.
Yeah, well, she's also found that other cities charge for trash. There's a
Yeah.
small fee for trash, there's a small fee for lights,
The
she
umpire
found
fees usually
Yeah,
and everything.
there's all kinds of different fees that you charge for. but
Yeah,
I
I'd just
didn't
like
even
to
know
see
about.
us on, pretty level with those others, especially, not that it's gonna pay for what we put in it, but it'll
Right.
help offset some of the upkeep in
Yeah.
our rec league, which is why it's there, so.
Yeah.
Behind the flood wall looks great. I saw, Doug was back here just killing it with the weed eater, so,
Yeah,
yeah, it looks really good back here, so it's come a long way from the flood.
we should have added that to the FEMA report and all that mud. that
Oh,
we-
and yeah, created ground,
Yeah.
it was like 18 inches on each side. Doug was just working, so. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could send in a supplement, because it took a long time, I'm sure.
3 or 4 days back there behind the flood wall. And then we went ahead and just weed eated over there by the pickleball courts.
Yeah.
From there down to 19th, we
It
just
looks
finished
good.
that up too.
We still might be actually able to add that, Con, can't we?
That's what I'm.
Up to
I
October
can't
something.
imagine how much material
On the
he had to
FEMA.
keep.
Well-
Behind the
so.
flood wall.
Same criteria, GPS location, they gotta know where the dirt went and what you did with it and how much of it went and what truck it went in and what kind of model the truck was. And
Right.
There really is all that questions, I say that fast, but it is the truth. But it's a process, but if it's an eligible expense that can be reimbursed,
Okay,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
definitely
getting
worth.
ready- We're gonna be sending FEMA some more additional information tomorrow.
Yeah.
On some stuff that they requested, so.
Yeah.
and still working on the insurance claim for the pool. I just replied back to Janice before I came here. And sorry about that email.
Any other
That's all I
questions
have.
for Steve?
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, thank you.
All right, Chief Law and Chelsea Police Department. Save the best for last. Okay.
Just a few things to report. Our 3 newest officers started the academy yesterday. It was their first day reporting, and so far, they're all 3 still there, and last report I got is it's going well so far. The National Night Out event occurred last night, and we had a last-minute change due to approaching weather. Decided to move to the fairgrounds, so despite the change, everything went very well attended, and I want to express my appreciation to the 4-H Fairgrounds for accommodating our needs there at the last minute. We received our 2 Tahoes that we purchased, went and picked those up, and we have them, so they'll be scheduled to go into the garage for upfitting very soon. Outside of that, we're starting our Citizens Academy class next Wednesday night.
That's great. Guess any questions, Chief?
I went and looked at the Tahoes.
Yep, they're nice.
Is that, can you just plug your radio and stuff in, or they gotta be adjusted?
So they're pre-wired to where, the console will, once the console goes in, all the wiring is there. So, yeah, little different design from last year's model, but they still look good, so.
So it gives us what, 4 of those, 5?
4 of the white fully marked, and then we have 3 black ones and 1 gray one. We're slowly getting them as our primary cruisers. We're having good luck with them so far, so.
All right. Well, thank you, Chief.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, that concludes department head reports. Move on to wastewater adjustments. There are none for this meeting, so we'll move on. No old business. We'll just jump right down to new business. Item A, OOR bid opening. That's the owner occupied rehab bids. We did receive 2 different ones. I'll have
Here,
Connie
great.
pass that down. I'm going to grab a opener here real quick.
Jenny's here to.
You all might, yeah, okay. Make sure I had a copy of the bid forms. You can fill them out as we go through them if you want. Let's start first with this one. It doesn't say who it's on the front, but we'll find out in a minute. This first one is from bidder W. Richard Contracting, Inc., and it's out of St. Croix, if anybody is curious.
Is this the 5/17/16?
No, it's just the contractor
Just the
that's
contract.
bid on the properties.
Yeah, this is the, like, yeah.
Okay.
Here. What we'll do after we go through these, we'll kind of make a motion to approve pending review by Indiana 15 and city attorney, so they don't have to come back for another meeting. Okay, so this first one, I can go through them, how they got them ordered. I'm going to do it a little different so I can get, so I'm going to go on the page that you have first. So the 5/17 16th Street one,
Okay.
I'm going to go with that first, if that makes any sense. All right, so let's see here, roof, I lost my pen, I'm sorry, is $9,428.56. So roof is $9,428.56. Water heater, $2,035.80. And then HVAC is $9,602 and looks like 50 cents. Yes. And then electrical is $594 even, for a total, I don't know if it really matters the total, but $21,660.86.
Repeat that.
$21,660.86. Okay, right. Yes. Okay, the next one in your packet should be for 7/17 18th Street, and I think that's the top one I had here. Here it is. All right, so 7/17 18th Street, so you've got a roof on that one, and that's, it's a copy of the pencil, so it's hard to read, but he provided an estimate here. So $9,798. $9,798, no change. Water heater, $1,817.86. And then electrical, now, he does have a note on here, so we'll have to, I just want to point it out. It says electrical panel needs to be properly accessible in case of emergency.
Okay,
Now, he put a note next to it, says not feasible to do.
okay.
So I will have to find out what the other ones say and try to compare those. But for the electrical, it's $2,490. And there's no change on that. We don't need totals really, do we, Jenny?
It would be helpful because some of them may fall.
Okay. I know some bids may get roof and some may not, and others,
Yes.
but, okay, so the grand total for this one is $14,105.86. And the next one in your packets is 74811th. See, 74811.
I think we had some that weren't bid last.
Yeah, he may not have bid on this one. Just make sure I'm not missing it. There's his
They may
insurance.
not have, they didn't bid on all the properties
He
during the
didn't bid
last
on that
bidding.
one.
so-
Yeah,
So that one's a no bid.
2015.
15th Street, okay. Six 2015, okay, we have that one. All right, 6/20/15, it starts with the ADA accessibility, and that's $13,829.56. Followed by the roof, $8,538.72. Next, your water heater is $2,117.41. HVAC, $4,255 even. And then electrical upgrades, or excuse me, this electrical in general is $2,100. For your grand total of $30,840.69.
3840
$30,840
and 16, okay.
and 69 cents.
Okay.
940, 37.
940, okay. Yep, okay, 940. All right, it looks like on this one, the roof is 14,000. 600, and, okay, yeah, $14,659.04. And then your electrical is $3,540. And the grand total on that's $18,199.04.
What was the address on that one?
940 32nd Street. You're welcome.
1141.
You needed my paper, admit it. You needed my papers now, didn't you? You should take them away.
Okay, we're looking at now 1141 10th Street. And it starts off with your roof at $10,232.85. Followed by your water heater at $532.45. Well, that may just be not necessarily,
Yeah, it's not a replacement, it's just
yeah.
venting.
Some may, well, it's not really a replacement. That may, it's, if you read on there, it says install new water heater and furnace flue with, well,
Just the flue and venting.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. HVAC is $9,430 even. And then your electrical is $1,860. For your total of $22,055.30. So 22,055.30. And got the last one here.
Yep.
Looks like 407 12th Street. And it starts off with ADA accessibility, and that's $3,569.60. Moving down to the hot water heater, and that's $1,419.49. HVAC is $5,060 even. Your electrical is $3,180 even. Your total is $13,229.09. Okay, that looks like that concludes all of that. So give me just a second to put all these back somewhat together. I don't want to lose them. Mix them up, I'll never get them back, right? All right, so we did receive another bid here, and this is from JK Forever Homes.
While Mayor's getting that opened, just wanted to give you a quick update on the first group of homes that were bid out. JK Forever Homes received the bids on those. They have completed all the roofing work that has been bid out and was awarded. And they have also completed the, I believe she said, water heaters. They're starting in on electrical this week or next, so things are progressing well.
With JK?
Yeah.
Good deal.
Drove by one of the homes that was in that first group because I knew it was close here to City Hall, and checked out their roof, and things look really nice on it. That homeowner has contacted me and was very, very excited for all the work that's been completed thus far, so.
Good, good deal. All right, so this is JK Forever Homes, so you might try to make a line or a note on your bid sheet as we go through these. We're going to start off with the top page there, the 517 16th Street. The roof is $11,433. Followed by your water heater, and that's $2,966. Followed by HVAC, $8,356. And your electrical is $661. So Jenny, would be wise to do these now, kind of like go over them since we got that, and then, or do you want to wait and go through them all, then go back again?
We can do them now. Do you have a total for this
Oh,
home?
I'm sorry,
Mayor? That's okay.
$23,416. So it looks like the first one, the,
West Richards.
yeah,
on
the Richards,
roof.
they're the low bid on everything but
HVAC.
HVAC.
Yeah.
So can we separate those?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. I would recommend then, pending review, awarding to the lowest bids on those. And also, I'll make contact with the homeowner to fit that in the allotment per home.
Okay. So do you want us, we can do all these individual motions or just wait to the end? I guess we'll go to the end of bid, make a
To
motion
make a
for at the
motion,
end for all the
that's
low
fine.
bids, but
Yeah.
just for clarity, JK, if yours are the only one that they're a low bid on, that one was the HVAC. All right,
17, 18.
717. Good. 717 18th Street. It starts off with your roof, and that's $11,350. Followed by your water heater, and that's $3,605. And then electrical is $3,240. For a total of $18,195. So
That's all West.
it's all,
Yes.
yeah, Richard's on that one.
I would
One I can tell.
approve going with the low bidder on all of those, and that will fit within funding guidelines.
748, there we go, it's on top, all right. 748 11th. Okay, because this one, we didn't receive any bids from the Richards one.
Correct.
So, $13,600, it says.
Which part there?
Oh, I'm sorry, the roof. The
Repeat that, 13?
13,600. So let me just read in their bid here, it says $13,600, house roof only.
Yes.
The porches, and it's got a 3 in parentheses, excluded. So just want to point that out. Water heater, $2,060. The HVAC, $6,736. And your electrical, $4,326. So your total is $26,722.
It's all JK.
Yeah.
I would recommend going with JK on this and working with the homeowner to fit in the needs of the home to the funding limitations. I know the roof is something that must be addressed on this home.
Yeah.
We've worked with this homeowner to get them insurance so that they can be a participant in this program. And one of the conditions of getting that insurance is that the roof get replaced.
Okay, so moving on to 620 15th Street, and we'll start first with the ADA accessibility. And this is JK Forever, the bids forever now, is $7,082. Followed by the roof, $9,858. Next is your water heater, $3,214. Your HVAC, $4,561. Your electrical, $1,494. For your total, $26,209.
JK on the ramp and the electrical, and Wes on the roof, water heater, and that HVAC.
That's what I see. Okay?
That's another one. I recommend going with the lowest bidder on each component, and then also working with the homeowner to fit that within the funding constraints.
Okay. So your next one is 940 32nd Street, and we'll start off with the roof. That's $17,026. There was no water heater. Next is your electrical is $1,432. For a grand total, $18,458. All right, it appears that the Richards is your low bid on roof. However, on your electrical, JK on it.
I would recommend going with each of those low bidders, and that does fit within funding.
Okay. All right. Your next one's 1141 10th Street. We'll start off with your roof. It's $11,536. Followed by your water heater, $2,410. And then your HVAC, $7,763. Your electrical, $2,189. For your total, $23,898. So it appears,
JK on HVAC, and everything else is Wes.
that's what I see.
I would recommend going with the low bidders on those, and then working with the homeowner.
I would question your water heater, if you
Yes,
don't
sir.
mind. Go back and let's read that, because that's one Gerald kind of questioned, the
Yeah.
532. Because the sentence starts out, install new water heater and furnace flue.
Yeah.
I would question a $532 for a water heater. Couldn't buy one for that hardly.
No, it's just install new water heater and furnace flue. They both, the flue for both of
Okay,
them.
I read it that way now, I didn't, yeah, okay. I just saw the big difference, I was wondering if
Yeah.
somebody didn't read it differently in that, for that
Yeah.
minimal of a thing, if that's what that is. Okay,
Yeah, install new water heater and furnace flue with proper flue to
Okay.
meet, yeah.
fair enough. And then our last one looks like it's 407 12th Street, and that's it. So the ADA accessibility is $2,000 even. Followed by the water heater, $2,447. And then your HVAC, $4,561. And then lastly, your electrical, which is $2,822 for a total of $11,830. All right, there's, looks like your,
Wes is water heater, the rest is JK. So,
Yep.
that's what I see too.
I would recommend going with low bidders on those, and that will fit within funding guidelines.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve all those pending
review. Okay. Motion made by Adams, seconded by Gerald. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Connie, you want Jenny to take both of these with her? Is that okay?
That's okay. She said she'd get them back to me.
Yes.
so-
Okay. One has a check in here.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know if the other one might be, and I just didn't see it.
Yes, they typically have a check in there.
All right. I just didn't want you to know she's got that check.
While I am here, we have 3 homes that are remaining in our initial group of funded homes that will need to have bids opened on them, as well as 3 properties in town that require radon remediation. They'll require a system. Their homes tested above, one of them was very, very far above the radon limitations that the EPA puts out. So they'll have to have radon mitigation systems installed, and we'll have to bid those installations of those systems out as well. When would you like to do that? Sir?
I'm flexible. What works great for you, just as we have enough time to advertise it and,
Just put it out on, like we have before, on Facebook again, because we have it, we have published it already. It's totally up to you.
okay.
We can do as soon as your beginning of October meeting.
Yeah, that should work. It should, well,
It's a much smaller group of homes than
Is
this
it?
one.
Okay.
It's only 3, and radon systems are pretty specialized
yeah.
to install, so it's up to you.
We could
So
probably,
is there a total of 6 homes left?
There are 3 that need all of this that we have bid tonight, and
Okay.
3 that have already
Additional
been
homes.
bid are gonna have radon
Oh,
systems,
okay.
yeah.
let's go
Okay,
back
that
and
have already
kind of do
been
that,
bid.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
If you get the bid notice. and
I can
some
have
of
that to you first thing tomorrow morning.
We can go ahead and get it shared on our Facebook page
Mhm.
and try to get that information out there. So we
Absolutely.
can, and then, so we are meeting on October
6th?
6th, something like that, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll verify that at 5 o'clock and have bids do it for your office, Tawny, does that work?
Yes.
It works for me. I mean,
Fantastic.
some of these things, you know, the roofs and stuff is,
We're running out of time yet this year.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, at your second October meeting, I will be out of town. It is fall break, so I will be out of town that day, and I would like to be here when those are open. And
Wait,
I've,
when did you say you were open, the first meeting or the second meeting of October?
first,
the first meeting.
First meeting.
That's
Okay,
the
but that's when you're
October-
gonna be out of,
The
I will
6th.
be out the second meeting.
okay.
So the 19th, 20th, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 20th would be our next
20th,
one, I
yes.
think, yeah. So the 6th is when bids are due at 4 o'clock, clerk treasurer's office, we'll open them that night. We'll follow the same process that we did tonight, we shouldn't have any problems. And how do you want us to get that information to you? Just scan it in and email it to you? The packets?
The packets.
Yeah, because they'll come on the 6th, you'll be back, probably back.
Oh, I'll be back. I will be here
Oh, you'll be
then.
here for this, oh, that's
I'll be
right,
here
I'm
for the
sorry,
6th.
it's the next meeting.
No, it's okay.
I
It's
got
the- yeah.
lost.
If you moved it to the middle of October.
She could.
I would not be here, yeah.
Yeah, so let's just keep it the 6th then. Means there's some exposure. Huh? I need one, I know. Well, you and Gerald are on it tonight, man. What's up with that? Pick on me tonight. Jeez. All right. We need to do a motion, I guess. We got that taken care of?
Yeah.
So we're good on that. So we don't need a motion to advertise them, I guess, do we?
No.
Okay.
And you did your motion to approve these pending review?
Yes, we did that.
Perfect.
Yep, so we're good. All
Awesome.
right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, that concludes that. So move on to the next item, Halloween trick or treat. Believe it or not, it's going to be here before you know it. We want to get it out there because we've had people call asking what are the trick or treat days and hours, and well, it is October 31st on Halloween, and in years past it's always been from 5 to 8. So I think we should kind of keep that standard. So we just need a motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion.
All right, motion made by Adams, there a second? Second. Second by Gerald, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried. We do not have the date for the Witches Walk yet. Sarah's out this week, and so she will probably be at our next meeting to get approval for the Witches Walk. Somebody called asking Dave when that was, and I have an idea, but I haven't officially got the date from her, so I want to make sure I have that before I say when it is. I don't want to confuse anyone. All right, so your next item on your agenda, under New business is item C, Oktoberfest 2025. Should have an email here from Andy Hayes. She's a member of Tell City Strong. They're requesting to use City Hall Park, very similar to what they've done in the past. It's a really fun event. I think several of you have been to it before. It's rather new. It's only, I think, their third or fourth time doing it. And it brings quite a few people here, especially with their little chili cook-off and their booths and their pumpkin carving and so forth. So they're just looking for a motion to approve that. We'll need some barricades in a couple spots, mainly at the entrances here to the drive to keep people from driving in here. Jim's done it in the past, so he knows this to place them there, and they know to put them up and take them down when they're done, so it wouldn't be an extra work for us.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion made by Adam, is there a second? Second by Gerald. Any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, moving on. Item D, Dragging Main, September 6, 2025. So that is this weekend. I don't know if it has technically need a motion to approve it because as I think the city attorney has said in the past, as long as it's basically cars following the already established traffic laws. The only thing that Ralph Terry, who is kind of, I guess, the chairman of this whole event, asked to use have the bathrooms unlocked downstairs for anybody in the park. I don't have a problem with that. We can schedule them to lock and unlock and just make sure they're stocked and ready for the weekend. And he'll use the gazebo for music and stuff. And I think they, in the past, they've given out awards, trophies, and so forth. But Derek and I have had conversations. Ralph Terry and I have had conversations. Encouraging everybody. They need to follow traffic laws. I mean, it's that simple. Meaning there's a stop sign, you stop at it. There's a stoplight, you stop at it. You go on the screen, stop when it's red. Burning out, doing something like that, you follow the traffic laws. So it's not overly complicated. Chief, is there anything that you need from us? You'll probably have extra patrol and reserves just in case.
Yeah, we'll have, I think we have 4 or 5 reserve officers scheduled. We're just gonna have them positioned along the route. And, yeah, hopefully just the presence will be good decisions.
Yeah. Some people have suggested we create a designated area for doing burnouts or whatever, putting up concrete barricades, and all that sounds doable, but city attorney, he's not here. Liability problem with that. A car would lose control, hit a barricade, parts fly off the car, hit someone. Who's liable? The city. We would be liable because we allowed that to occur on city property, the street, and I think you wouldn't get an insurance policy, Adam, for that, would you?
No.
Not very easy. Well, maybe you could. It'd be extremely expensive if you could.
Actually, we've had not here, but there was a case where a wheel weight flew off on a burnout and killed a girl. So it's not just losing control, it's things flying off the wheel. So, yeah, if everybody wants to do their burnouts, take it out to the county, burn the roads up. But
That wouldn't help.
don't.
I'll be getting a call later on that one.
Don't put it on our police department to be the good or bad guy down here. So, yeah, if everybody could just have fun.
Go to another state, maybe. Kentucky or
Yeah,
something. How about that?
It's a neat experience, but it puts a lot of people in different situations. So yeah, if people could respect the laws, and like you said, there's no reason to make a motion on it. It's public streets, and
Yeah. That's what the city attorney, and of course, he's.
I mean, we're lucky enough to have a law enforcement group that will tolerate a little bit of what they do instead of just cracking down and running it out of town. So hopefully it won't be abused and be a good time.
Well, it's a fun event. I mean, if for anybody, just even don't want to drag me, coming down and having a lawn chair or whatever, sitting here in the park, looking at some of the neat cars. I mean, these are not people that are not from here. A lot of times come here and display. Some cars are one of a kind. Some I've seen like a little radio flyer wagon looking car one time. About that's different. So I mean, it is a good time, and hope everybody doesn't abuse it and everybody has a fun, safe time. So, any other questions? All right. Move on to item E, ice rink quality of life. So last year during Christmas in the Park, so that is always the first Saturday in December during the parade, they'll be doing Santa on the gazebo and cookies and so forth for kids and some little games and activities. But last year, if you remember, Friday and Saturday of it, they actually had an ice rink set up over in St. Paul's Church parking lot. This year, they want to return that, but for Saturday only, and just before the parade. And they actually want to set up here in City Hall Park, either in the grass where it's a more of a level area, because you know this park actually does have a little bit of an incline in parts, or maybe in one of the drives where it's flatter. So I was talking to Eric Kale, he's the chairman of it, and he couldn't be here this evening, but I'm also a part of the quality of life, somewhat active, but more supportive than active, I think. And so I might explain that to the board tonight if they want to approve that.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Motion made by Adam. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Gerald. Any further discussion?
So who's insurance policy?
They'll have their own that they'll submit to us for
Okay.
that part. That's pretty much the only part that Quality of Life will do. Tell City Strong typically handles the parade.
Right.
So, yeah. And the chamber a lot of times kind of partners to do some activities here in the park, you know, with Santa and so forth. And so, all right. Moving on. Item F, handicap sign 600 block of Main. So you have a couple of pictures. I know they're black and white, and hopefully it doesn't. You can see what I'm talking about here. If you look at the one that says 2013 at the top, and then the one that says 2023, I'm not sure when, who, or what, but the handicap sign was there, and I'm trying to think back many years ago when they did this streetscape on Main Street, that they put a lot of handicap signs on the corners because that's where the ramps were to get up. Some were gone, some were there still, not many. I don't know why they were removed, or if they just somebody stole them, or beyond if they did steal them, because there's that many to take. So at some point, a lot of them, if not all of them, were removed. I did get a call from a resident, and she goes to the license branch. You know, you don't go there like every week, but she did explain when she does go there, she does have a wheelchair, and it is difficult to park out, you know, having no way to really place to park. And the fact that there's still a pole there in 2023 as there is today still, and no sign on it, other than us securing a sign to either that same pole or the lamp post there next to, behind it there, that's all we have to do. We don't have to dig or locate and mount a new pole or anything like that. So it's a rather simple solution, but also being it's out front of the William Tell Center, which there's a lot of senior activities that goes on there, kind of makes sense. So I just want to bring it, I still don't know why they were removed. I didn't have time to really research it. I guess it doesn't matter, but.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to reattach a sign there, or probably preferably move it to the next pole.
The the light pole there maybe?
Well, I guess you couldn't put it on the speed limit.
Put in the speed limits in front of the yellow line.
We all park on the yellow line. No, yeah, that would be a good place.
You guys are full of it tonight. Yeah, I'll have Jim get with Chief and find out the best place for code enforcement of it. If somebody would park there, how you can enforce it.
Especially with the current usage. Council on Aging, William Tell Center, you know.
And there's two, if you look at that picture, there's another post there,
Wait, the 2013 one?
2023.
Well, only post.
Hold it.
Yeah, that's the one that was originally attached to. If you look in
That's the one
20,
I was attached to.
it was
and now
originally
it's
attached to
gone.
that, but there's not much of a, it's mainly that whole sign, it almost looks like it was in the wrong spot because it's all on the yellow line. You don't get about half you can't really see the yellow line because I print black and white. I like to save money on copies, so I'm sorry I didn't give you a color one. But you can kind of see the yellow. If you go down and look at it after tonight or whenever you get time, you'll understand. It'll make more sense. But mounting it on the actual street lamp post probably would make more sense. There might be a walking tour sign on that side. I don't recall, but we'll work around it somehow or another. Did you make a motion?
I made a motion.
I thought you did. So, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Gerald. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you for that. All right, and I did add item G, Ivy Tech lease is for extending basically the same terms and condition as before for another 2 years. We've done it, it was on the council agenda initially, a mistake, I think, so it needs to be on the Board of Works. Do you guys have any questions on that? Jeff did look over this here. Actually, he helped prepare it, so. Ivy,
What's the lease? Is it still $1?
still $1, that's correct.
So I had some information on that. I thought I was going to get on it off on the council, but we didn't. So I feel like $1 is ridiculous for the amount of money that's getting put into it. We're taking care of the parking lot, we're taking trees down, we're adding HVAC. Just my opinion, I feel like that if we're gonna give it to $1, why not give it to another nonprofit? Why not let the Tell City School look at it? Why not, maybe the daycare that's over there? I did some looking just because when we decided to spend $50,000 on HVAC for them, I wanted to look at their financials because they're state funded, so it's on there.
Sure.
2024, they had an increase in that position of $51 million.
Okay.
In 2024, they spent $3 million in building leases. That wasn't to Tell City.
Right.
In fact, their average building lease is a minimum of $11 a square foot to lease a building.
Okay.
They've done this in Anderson, Shelbyville, Columbus, Plainfield. Plainfield actually gets $236,000 a year from them. With legislation and potential budget cuts, I have nothing to do with our budget, but as Board of Public Works, these department heads answer or report to us, and if we're gonna be losing money, I think the last thing we need to be doing is losing it to an entity like Ivy Tech. Not that they do a bad job. I went to school there for a little bit. My wife graduated from there. But I just feel like for us and $1, I mean, I don't support it.
Okay. Well, we can table it for now if you want. Connie, from what I've seen, it's not like it's got to be decided tonight. I mean, all we could do is change the date on it, really.
I would consider looking into other cities that have a similar setup. We don't have a ton of square footage there, but if you take that times 10 or 11, that may have paid for the HVAC that you guys were gonna put on the roof, you know? And, you know, maybe the school would tell you they don't want anything to do with it. I feel like it would be a great office and bus area for them.
Well, anybody would want it. I think we need to make sure it's offering like a secondary education kind of a thing. I mean,
And Tell City does a huge secondary. I think this last year they graduated 20-something associate's degree, all from our Tell City faculty, not from Ivy Tech. They're extensions of that, but I think our Ivy Tech is pretty well just a weld shop for a couple industries that use them heavily, and that's great. But the city's not in a position, I don't think, to be giving handouts at this point.
They do CDL training there too.
They do. Well, they park there and they do a little parking, but other than that, they take off and they're gone.
Yeah, I've seen them leave there and they take them out on the road and bring them back.
Yeah. But, you know, it just seems like we dump a ton of money in it for very little. It'd be different if they offered anatomy and speech, and back in my day, they did. You could go there and take speech, Comp 1, Comp 2, you could do a lot of things. That's just not the case anymore.
okay. Do you want to table it? I mean, Condi, that's not going to be a problem, I don't think, do you?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
No.
So let's,
Who do we contact?
I'll reach out. I'll reach out to them first, and maybe I can set up a meeting with them and go over some of these things, you know, and
I mean, from what I understand, they threatened to leave in the past without a pretty good deal.
that's what yeah, and
That was
that's,
a long time ago.
that's true. So-
Yeah, and, you know, I just think of anyone, even though they're nonprofit, that has that much profitability, you know, let's get something out of it, or let's get it to someone that's local, like I said, our school or our daycare. Those are things that's gonna affect our future here and different things.
I haven't had any conversations with school about it. That's, I mean, I don't know if that's even an option for the school.
They may not be a bit interested. I just thought with the bays there and the ample for parking and talks of building a field house down the road, this would free up some of that. But, you know, if they're not, they're not. But I feel like $1, I mean, I'll give you $2 a year for it.
Yeah.
And I'll find use for it. But that, just my opinion, you know, maybe if things were a little different fiscally with state and things, maybe it'd be different, or maybe I'll get 15 calls after this and
No, I mean, hey, I appreciate you bringing it up. It's definitely good for discussion. There's nothing wrong with looking into things a little further like that, and I appreciate you helping with that. So you want a motion to table it for now, and then we can bring it back at our next meeting, or depend on schedules and meeting times.
When's their lease up?
It's up.
It's a,
But it's at a month-to-month, kind of a, I say month-to-month, but it's not really month-to-month when it's $1.
it was
There's an automatic provision that when the lease expired, they're on a month-to-month basis.
basis.
But but it's $1 a year, so is it, yeah, I know what you mean.
Make a motion to table it
Okay, motion made by Gerald,
for further review.
okay,
I'll second.
second by Adam. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. All right, that concludes everything I have. Don't really have anything under mayor's report, except for, I do want to thank Chief Allen and the police department, sheriff's department, everyone that had involvement, Telsey Fire, Cannleton, who else was there? Anderson, were they there? Yeah, there was I mean, they were all there, really. It was a great turnout, I think, for a quick change in venue. It was impressive. It worked, you scared off the rain, so that was good. But no, it was a really nice turnout. Hats off to you guys and everyone that had involvement in making that happen. So if nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Gerald, seconded by Adam. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.